guys, welcome back to the 10-day growth hacking challenge. I just wanted to let you know that this is the first hack in our second contenders that we put together. These are two contenders from the Kai boutique. It's Hania and Maya. If you haven't seen or know much about them, you can go to the first video where you can learn a little bit more about what they're up to. Today, they've had 3 days to work on their first growth hack, and they're using the growth thinking methodology, which is in the growth thinking book, as you can see right here. They're going to walk us through their first growth hack. We're going to look at what has worked, what hasn't worked, and what they plan to do next. Let's kick it over to you guys. What has going on? Just to recap, I remember the first growth hack was basically we're growth hacking your launch, but the first hack is about your massive giveaway or creating an unforgettable giveaway that gets people engaged and understanding that your brand and that you exist, correct?
Yeah, and through this giveaway, we'll also be tackling the whole community building, because we'll be asking people to tag their friends, follow the page.
Oh, so, you're hitting two birds with one stone. So you're kind of, you're preparing for hack number 2 with hack number 1.
Exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
So, take the lead.
Go for it. Tell us the exciting news. Tell us what is growth hacking number 1, what you've done, what the results have been, and what you've learned from them so far.
Well, it hasn't been much since the last call, but we've already went into action. And as we said in the last video, we've always focused on women-based businesses. So we've contacted a lot of, small businesses that we can support as well. And yeah, we've gotten some replies, exciting replies. A lot of people are actually willing to work with us. Despite what I was thinking, like we're like a small business, no one is gonna.
Yeah, that's actually pretty surprising for me as well.
Yeah,
like,
really. So what did you learn about the willingness? What is there any underlying reason why you found them willing to do it?
I think it's the how we portrayed our image. Like we made sure that before we launch, our Instagram really talks about our story. So I think whoever contacted, they've been to our page and they know the reason why we're doing this, which is encouraging. And as well as, like, I think everyone is in that mindset where they want to support each other as well. So yeah,
I think
like you said,
yeah, the timing, right? That's what we're seeing, correct?
Video you said about the timing. The timing is really good. But yeah, like I think what I've learned the most is not to undermine what my thoughts are. Like just go for it. Even if you get a no, that's fine. But at least you'll be surprised with the yeses, So it's exciting. It's cool.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I think like every failure gets you closer to a success. So you actually really want more of those. And I'm glad that you've had the courage to do it and that you see that. And that's part of growth hacking, where we've got to consistently keep experimenting and trying until we figure it out. So I think one of the big successes that we've discovered here, and it was an assumption that we had, by the way, in the first video, was that your timing is dead on. And so now that the star is shining really bright, it's about like executing really fast right now on these growth hacks, because we don't know what this window of time is going to look like for you guys. So we need to execute on it as quickly and intensively as possible. So walk me a bit more through the growth hack. I mean, I'm glad to see that you got responsiveness. Have you landed anything or put anything together for the launch?
We have landed a few partners, but we have decided that, we discussed it last video that we were going to do 1 week of a competition with a daily winner, but then we decided to run the competition for a week and have one winner with like the great prize, with all the partners with just like, the giveaway. So it's just to make it more exciting.
Okay, got it.
Like itself is going to be worth a lot of money. So, we wanted to make sure that whoever wins, it's a big statement, not just like a daily winner. We can run that later, maybe with swimming suits, but with this package, because it's the launch, we wanted to make it grand. So yeah.
So that's a shift in the initial thinking, which is awesome. It makes a lot of sense. How do you plan in those 7 days to keep people engaged and keep them just moving along to get to that grand prize? So you've got like a this great incentive you're going to put at the end. How do you keep it moving along in those 7 days so that people are aware that there's this big grand prize at the end?
Through teasers. We'll be running probably like teasers throughout the week of like possible reveals of who we've partnered with or the exciting giveaway.
I don't mind. Like, I think we should reveal, and I think our partners as well should put on the competition in their stories.
Absolutely.
And just run it every day. Stories, posts, reels, TikToks. We don't have a Facebook page yet, and don't pressure me. But I'm trying to make it professional. That's why I'm not focusing on it right now, but
Absolutely.
I'm focusing on it. So we will see how it goes.
Good. Yeah, I mean, speaking of like Facebook, of course I won't pressure on it, but I've noticed that with a lot of the different type of businesses I work with, you'll find that you're very strong at one platform, and that you invest in one platform and everything kind of springs out of that one platform. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind. So if Instagram happens to be your superpower when it comes to social media, then that just happens to be that, and everything else would just work with that. So you do want to be present in many places. And the brilliant part is Instagram and Facebook are the same company. They're very highly integrated. In fact, the content you share on Instagram can instantly go to Facebook without you actually doing anything more than just one click, one time. And so take advantage of that. You don't need to do it now, but as you move along, because I know you're completely focused on the giveaway, don't underestimate Facebook. I myself am more pro Instagram like yourself than Facebook, but Facebook has shown amazing results for some of the clients I've worked with as well. So don't definitely hit it up. And I think we talked about video last time as well. I know you guys are not there yet, but eventually I think it'll be a really good place to be. So YouTube is an excellent area for growth hacking, just for those who are watching and for you guys as well. So social media works with what's called the fire hose. The fire hose is basically the feed. And to stay relevant in that feed, you just got to keep pumping content and getting more engagement in that content. And so you're in this consistent hamster wheel. You're running and running and running. The thing about YouTube is they don't have that fire hose. You can take a video from 10 years ago, re-optimize it, and it becomes viral again. Because it's very, very sticky. So YouTube is a place that I invest in. It's a place I know a lot of really top influencers invest in as well, just because of that reason. So just keep that in the back of your mind. It's something you don't need to do now, but something to think about later on.
We actually discussed it last time.
Yeah.
And we have a really nice idea. I feel like it's
not like we need to have a base first.
Yeah.
We need to have a good followers base, and then we can actually create a YouTube. Do you want to know the idea, or maybe we shouldn't?
No.
It's up to you. I mean, but I think what we'll do is we'll focus on the first hack for now, and then maybe potentially, because there's going to be so much learning as you've gone along. And like one of the most amazing learnings that I've seen right now, and I'm really happy about, is that you kind of expected some friction when you went to pitch people, and you didn't find very much, which is awesome. They seem to be quite conducive to your messaging and conducive to your movement, and it's a timing issue like what we've discussed. So continue walking me through the growth hack. So you've gone out, you've talked to a few partners, you've got a few partners that have given you the thumbs up. You've decided to change from a daily giveaway to a one grand prize giveaway at the end of the week, and then you're going to engage in the middle. How do we make the engagement in the middle more viral? So you mentioned you want to get your partners sharing, but how do you get people in the audience sharing as well? So you've got this bigger balloon around you, or I don't know if balloon is the right word, but at least a bigger reach when it comes to your activities.
One of the rules in order to get into the draw, you need to follow our page, follow our partners, the ones that are, partnering with us with the gift, and tagging 3 friends. So the more you tag, the more you have a chance to getting in the draw. So that's one of the things that we're working with right now.
Okay.
It's just as simple that, we don't want it to be difficult or anything. I don't know if you have
I mean, I've seen a lot of these competitions being run on social media, and they seem to be very effective.
They are.
So it's a good to also build a community, and our partners benefit from it as well, so
absolutely,
it's like a win-win.
So there's a few tools that actually automate this for you, where for every time they do some interaction that you ask for, they get another chance to win, and it's all automated and calculated for you. There's a few tools that you can use out there. And the best part about it is you capture their information. So because of that, you can actually start building your community, not just because you're building an audience, which is native to Instagram, but you can use one of these tools so that you can start capturing their information so that you can contact them later on for future, of course, giveaways and getting them into your next hack, which is the community bit. I don't recall the name of any of these tools off the top of my head, but if you type in viral giveaways, okay, so that's kind of the keyword. So viral giveaway tools, you're going to find several of them. And the growth hack that this is built on is called a viral loop. A viral loop is just a single viral loop, a double viral loop, and a triple viral loop. This was actually best demonstrated by Hotmail when they first came out. So at the bottom of every email, it says, get your free email. And so whoever's sending an email every time, they would just expand the user base. So that's a really simple example. In today's world and social media, like you said, the giveaways, a lot of companies are using it. And every time an interaction takes place, boom, the chances of winning that grand prize get even bigger, and you keep gamifying it. So my suggestion is try to find one of these viral tools. I know they're not very expensive, viral giveaway tools that can just automate the whole thing. But the most important part is you're capturing that audience, which you're going to utilize in your next hack, which we don't want to give away right now. I know, but I know you're thinking ahead, which is very good because you want to be connecting them.
Yeah, good to know that we're on the right track. Yeah,
I'm happy with the response that you received from the partners you've gone out with, because I remember there was a lot of contention related to that, and I don't blame you. Everybody's a bit worried about doing that.
Yeah, I think as well, like we really targeted the right partners.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I think it was a lucky shot. Really went with the people that really have the same mindset. So
we're actually not done yet. I think we will
don't
continue.
Stop. Yeah,
definitely. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, this might become an ongoing thing for you, by the way, where you go from like the first giveaway, but you're doing like every week or every month a giveaway package anyways, and you're working with the same partners over and over again. The key is creating value. I mean, we talked about this quite a few times. So as long as everybody in the chain is getting value out of this, I think they'll become a little bit more consistent. Now, I know maybe you can't say who the partners are, but can you tell us a little bit more about the type of partners? Because I know when we spoke about the criteria in the last video, you'd given like sort of a broad criteria. If you can remind us of that criteria and when you went out, the kind of partners you were able to get. I know you can't say who they are, but if you tell us just kind of like a bit of insight to the type of partners you were able to attract, I think it'd be very interesting to hear.
Mostly like the brands that we're working with are feel good, you know, like they promote the feel good, women feel good, the kind of statement. And
they complement as well.
They complement our brand, like the beachy kind of, you know, I don't want to say too much, but like stuff that has aftercare or like at the beach or swimming suits or something like that, you know. So
so still a mystery and surprise. No, I love that. I know you can't really tell who it is, but I just want to give the audience an idea of because I know you had a really nice criteria, which I really liked. Like, you know, that it's a feel good thing, and that's like a fuzzy thing for many people. Like, what does feel good mean? It could mean different things to different people. But I love the fact how you set that as your priority, and it became your single measure, and how you actually aligned your partners to it. I think a lot of people will learn from you based on that approach. By the way.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, no. Hats off to you guys on that. That's pretty awesome. So anything else you want to share, like any other learnings? I mean, let's go back to the very last point of the process, which is always the learning. I mean, what are some of the takeaways that you've learned from hack number one?
For me, as I said, the don't undermine, you know, what you can do. And I think as well, like one of the, like, it's pretty broad, but one of the learning things that I've you know, captured is don't be afraid to ask for help, you know. Absolutely. Like with you or Maya, like sometimes I would just be like, you know what, I can do it, it's fine, I'll just do it. But when you actually give some people the things that you can't do, it opens up so many doors with the thoughts, with the ideas, with like Maya's better than me in other things, and I'm better than Maya in other things. So we complement each other and it gets work done. I think that's how the ideas came flowing. Like, just what about this? What about that? You can do this. I can do this. And I don't know how to do this. It's exciting. Yeah.
Perfect. So the synergy between you guys, I think you're learning a lot about each other, which is important in a partnership. Who can fill in what gaps and the learning that takes place with that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is really interesting. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Patient with a lot of things. I'm like, just take the things that I'm not patient with. So yeah.
So it's interesting because this sounds like a really soft point, and like, what does that have to do with growth hacking? But it has a lot to do with it. So in growth hacking, when we're just looking at the technical side of things, there's obviously the human side of things. And the human side of things, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to human behavior, whether it be the team, your partners, or even your customers, play even a more vital role than technology. How you get along with people, how you communicate with people, how you connect with people, how you find people, going beyond, the most obvious things that take place when it comes to engagement on social media is where the real value is. And I'm happy to see that. So although it sounds like a really soft point, it's actually a really crucial point, because how you collaborate and work with others has the old saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? If it's a bad collaboration, then it's at the beginning and the output is not going to be so great. But these soft skills are super, super important when it comes to building growth hacks, because otherwise you wouldn't know how to, connect it like Lego with one another. So that's I like that. That's really, really good. Yeah.
What about you? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, it was just mostly about the partnerships. I mean, like what you said, you doubt yourself because you're still small. And a lot of times when I was approaching like the people, like I had this
want to work with.
Yeah, I had this doubt, like, I'm so small, like what am I gonna present to them? You know what I mean? But you'll be surprised that there are other small businesses out there who are willing to, just partner. And like you said, you have to create value, and
I think
we created value
like,
for them as well.
They don't want to work with like big brands. They want to work with startup brands as well. I think
and
that
the message that we have as well, I think it's just everyone wants to be part of that.
I think as well, like it gives them authenticity of the brand. Like it's not a big brand, we're just selling the name. No, we're actually selling a message. So
I think, and that you need to repeat more of that, because that one learning nugget where small businesses want to work with other authentic small businesses, I think, because there's so many of them, I think the collaboration opportunities are just huge. You'll have to find a way. And I really think, do consider this. Once you're done with this giveaway, we can obviously take a closer look at some of the details. But I think, like, how do you actually turn that and scale it? Because it could be a primary competitive advantage for you. So it could be like one every week or one every month, but you consistently have partners that you work with on the long-term basis, not just for the kickoff or the launch of your business. Because if you're finding that small businesses are extremely conducive, which they are, and they're authentic to your message, don't stop. Don't make it a one-time thing. Keep it going. I know you're probably thinking in the back of your mind, oh my God, he's overloading us, right? but
like the idea is just, what about this? What about that? What about this? And you feel like you're dreaming big, but then you simplify it in such a way that we can actually do it. Like you take a big idea, you make it work for a small business. So it's actually
like, especially after that first meeting that we had with you, and we just, like the meeting was over and we're just sitting there like so overwhelmed, like, oh my God, the ideas.
Why didn't I think of that?
Like the amount of ideas that, the amount of things that we can do, but it was just like so overwhelming. But then we broke it down and it just simplified it, and it just becomes
it's all possible. It's all possible. Like, you talk about like you're like a small guy. So in my first book, I talk about asymmetrical warfare, and asymmetrical warfare is exactly what you're doing, which is like, I'm the small guy and the small guy can win. So when you look at like a Google or a Netflix or whatever big company is, they used to be a small guy. They actually entered successfully in asymmetrical warfare with their competitors. And that's actually what you're doing. It's the small guy winning, and it works. You've been conditioned, like all of us, that, it's only the big guys that can win. But the big guys were never always big guys. They were small guys as well who were competing with someone else, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
True.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So that's awesome. So that's hack number one. That's the giveaway hack. They shifted from 7 days to 1 day with one big grand prize. They've had an extreme amount of success in actually talking to partners, because they're talking to the right people, other small businesses that are authentic to their message. And the timing of all this has been incredible, guys. I think we can agree that the timing is it's well timed. It's let's execute and make it happen, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll see you guys in the next growth hack. For those just tuning out, this is based on the growth thinking book. This is the 10-day growth hacking challenge, hack number 1. Check us out in hack number 2 that will be coming up really soon, and well, not soon, in 3 days. And to learn more about the Kai Boutique and Hania and Maya, you can go to the first video and learn a bit more about them and visit their profile and engage with them. We'll see you in the next video.
Thank you. See you.
Yeah.